G'day! In today's video I'm going to be having a look at the Aerocool Bolt Case, which this one is very similar to the other, or same chassis as quite a few other Aerocool cases at around the same price range. Basically the main thing that I see between them that's changing is the front. So as you see, this one is called the Bolt for obvious reasons. One little weird thing I find is this small little air gap here, which will mean that your case should be able to breathe. We do have like kind of a fake carbon fibre look on the plastic, as opposed to just a straight gloss. Up the top we have LED button control, which I'm assuming would change the lights that are here. And on top, one USB 3, two USB 2s, and all the various other stuff, simple power. I believe that is a very small reset button. Anyway, as we go around the back, single fan, power supply at the bottom. So I'm going to open this up and have a little bit of a look, and then I'm going to be doing a bit of a system build in there. So looking at the case from the outside, we have a couple of spots for fans up the top here. 1, 2. Over here we have a spot for a fan. 1, 2. Also, those fans will only have to go on the inside here, so they will protrude probably back to about here, all the way up. Luckily you won't be clipping on the cables up the top here, as they do come straight down from the top. So that'll be okay. With those connections we have the standard fanfare, USB 3, HD audio, USB 2 and front panel. Also one extra one that's there is a single SATA power connector, which will be for the light itself on the Bolt. Fan on the back, 3-pin, and also daisy chain or molax. So you can, it's got the, basically take your pick on which you prefer. We have standard copper screw-in risers, which also comes with this little tool here, which is actually kind of handy. Put it on the top, use a Phillips head screwdriver to drive them in and out. Considering it's on such a cheap case, that is kind of handy. On the back side we have room for 1, 2, 2.5 inch SATA, or SATA SSDs. Look at the main board, just covers the fairly basic stuff. There is also these hard drive rails, or rail screws, which would be in here. Comes with a few cable ties as well. And a small little I/O or rear PCI cover. Flipping it around, what do we see? Yes, as mentioned, 2.5 inch drives, and then we have spot for two 3.5 inch drives, which actually isn't too bad. As I'm looking a bit further too, power supply nicely shielded and hidden away. The case itself is extremely light without the glass. But looking down here, we also have room for 2 more fans if we do choose to. Personally I wouldn't bother about it, but if you want to hide a few more cables it may be perfect. So now let's get a fitted system in here. So cable management on it was reasonably fine, not too much issues. The biggest drama I had though was with the I/O shield. I do wish a couple of these gaps here, or either here or higher up, just so I could hide these a bit easier, rather than having the 8-pin here, or dangling down, or going up from here. But the other dilemma I had was the power, which I've actually nearly forgotten about, the 8-pin, which I had to pre-feed through here to plug into the 24. The biggest drama I had on this machine was getting the I/O shield into position. So I don't know if it was these little grooves here, but they did give me some hindrance to get in there. And sadly, that means this is slightly out of alignment. Rookie mistake, bugger. Anyway, I'll get it sorted out, put the sides on it, let's get this going. We have the completed machine. Fairly plain side, fairly common nowadays. It's handy how much it spaces out. You can have plenty of cables coiled up in there without having any issues hitting the side of the case. Now let's check out the light. See from here, or through it, we have the bolt. It just doesn't actually light up too bad, I don't mind it. And the texture there does look a bit different. Goes up to here. Nah, definitely don't mind the idea behind it. I press the LED button at the top here. Now, do note it looks a bit of a softish colour in the video itself. It is a bit more of a vibrant colour in person. White, yellow, blue, pink, rainbow. There's various cycling effects, which all don't look too bad. From the inside it doesn't look quite as good, as you can see, but overall, still not bad. Something slightly different on a relatively cheap case. So if you're after something for a bit of gamery effect, without breaking the bank, the Aerocool Bolt may be worthwhile, but there is also a few others in the series that might be worth checking out as well. Anyway, I hope that helps you with a bit more of an in-depth look at the Aerocool Bolt, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.